So the problem that someone can have is that in a room before they did some puzzle and they would like to go into a new map like this, and now they would like to see changes on this map, right? They would like to re-enter a map with changes. For example, some cogwheels would like rotate around, or the machinery would make a sound. The most usage is like with elevator. When the elevator is broken, you fix it in machinery and then you come back and you want the elevator to make sounds, you want the elevator to be ready to use, to be able to descend somewhere. And that's why you use global variables. We're going to talk about it today. It's pretty simple. Let's get into it. So, where we start. Global variable works like across all of the custom story, across all of the maps, right? So there is a certain value. At start, you're gonna have value 1, let's say, okay? And then you're gonna put a function if. So if the value of the variable will be, let's say 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. It's gonna do some things. If the value will be 4, it's gonna do some other things, right? So you can do whatever you want with it. And also, so it's basically typed like this: global variable int. I don't know what's the int, but that's how it calls. But you can also change the global and put a local. Local means it's only on the one map, okay? So local means it's only on the one map. I don't think that's needed to do, but it works the same as global variable, so you're gonna understand both. Global variable is so important because it's across the maps. You cannot do anything without using the you cannot do anything that would work. The only way is global variable if you want to do changes across the maps. Okay. So what we need to do. So basically, what I want to do is in this second map, I want this machinery to do a sound effects from this script sound basically. And it's gonna work that in this map, I'm gonna interact with this door. So I have this already, player interact callback. If I'm gonna interact with this door, then it's gonna set the value of the global variable towards the value where it's gonna make the sound effects. Okay, otherwise it will not. So let's get into it. So this is a script from the previous video. First of all, we're gonna use a function void OnStart. Very default function, meaning that when you enter the level for the first time, something's gonna happen. And we're gonna add the global variable. So we need to do add global variable int. We're gonna name it somehow, so let's name it machine. And then we're gonna put the value. We're gonna put 1. You can put whatever. Okay. So we add the global variable. Now we're gonna go onto the other map where we want to make the change, and we're gonna add a function void OnEnter. Now you may be asking why OnEnter? Because you are obviously re-entering the location. That's where you want to make a change, right? So the player goes in there, he doesn't hear the sound, and then he re-enters the location, and now he hears the sound. So void OnEnter. That's always when you want to put the ifs there. Now, what we're gonna do is the inside of the void enter, we're going to put an if. So if get global variable, we name it machine, I think, right? Yeah, machine gets a value, for example, 2. Doesn't matter again, it's up to you. Actually, sorry, like that. Because now we need to do this and then 2. So like that, okay? So I'm just gonna check real quick. Yeah. So like that. Okay. So if you just need to put this in there. Then you're gonna put this. Then you're gonna put a bracket that starts what's gonna happen, and now you're gonna put whatever. I'm just gonna copy quickly some certain sound effect here, just to have this thing here. Nice. So we have PlaySoundAtEntity. Now you can add whatever, right? You can add like a level door lock. You can add particles. It doesn't really matter. PlaySoundAtEntity. We're gonna add a name, so I'm just gonna check my sounds. I'm gonna add a machine here, and then where it's gonna be played. So I have the script area right here, script sound. You can either put player or some script area. I have this, and now at the end I need to put we need to put the closing bracket. So it's if opening bracket and then at the end closing bracket. If you want more, then you're just gonna put here, here, and then obviously this closing bracket is gonna be here. Okay. So I hope you understand. And that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna play a sound when it's gonna be value 2. Now we need to set the value 2. So you're gonna do it through a puzzle, obviously. For me, the puzzle here on this map is just interacting with this door. If you're gonna interact with this door, meaning you're gonna open it, it's gonna set the value. So in Entity tab, player interact callback. So I create a callback, door interact. You can put whatever there. And as you can see on this yellow line, there is a void function, a string in entity. This means that if we want to use this function, we need to use the entity behind it. So we're gonna make a function. We're gonna copy the function, door interact, and we're gonna use string as in as entity. I think I'm gonna actually check it because I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Should be having it here somewhere. Here. Okay. Is it correct? String. Yes, finally I remember these things. I'm happy. Nice. It's sometimes difficult to remember those things. Okay. So this is the function. And we're gonna now we use add global variable, meaning that we adding some certain variable. You can add more, obviously. We use get, meaning that if it gets, then it's gonna happen. And now we're gonna use the third one, and that's set global variable. That's where we are setting the already existent variable, which is machine, and we're gonna put it to. Oops, we're gonna do this and this. Set global variable int. Nice. So we're gonna interact with the door. The value will go to 2. That's it. Let's go into map and see if it's gonna work. Just gonna check if, yeah, okay. Oh, I could also add debug messages, but doesn't matter. It's too late. So now, no sound is playing. No sound, right? Let's go back. Let's interact with the door. So now we interact with the door and we should call the function. And now it's playing.